Hey, Corky here, way down in Alabama. Uh, Gonna show you some Santana licks. Uh, I heard years ago Bob Dylan talking, said that he mentioned Johnny Cash and what influence Johnny Cash had on Bob Dylan. And Bob Dylan said that, well, he'd always thought of Johnny Cash as a religious figure. Well, that's the way I feel about my number 2 favorite guitar player in history, Carlos Santana. To mention the name is to show respect to one of the greatest virtuosos in American guitar playing. Carlos Santana, raised as a Mexican violin player, and became the great rock guitar player that we know him to be, first having seen him at the Woodstock Festival, at least in the theater, at least. All right. So Carlos Santana, when I talk about Carlos Santana, you know, there's nobody else that I talk about like I talk about him. Because he is, to me, a religious figure, and good grief, the things he says, the things he plays, he's like a pastor to me. And I continue to follow his music, and I've been deeply influenced. I'm not going to say that I can repeat anything that he does with any degree of accuracy, but I'll show you what influences I've gotten from him. All right, number 1 and above everything else is just the way that a minor chord sounds with distortion. So when you hear that, you're already, if you're from my day, you're already thinking about Santana. And all the little nuances within that chord. And this chord here, which is an A minor with, I think, a 2. So when you're talking about Santana, you're talking about Latin rock fusion. So Latin jazz rock fusion. So there are going to be jazz things in Santana's playing. So okay, so we're in A minor to begin with. Here's a lick out of Soul Sacrifice that I stole from Santana, and it is, you go up to your 12th fret on your high E, you go down, up, down. See that? It's down, up, 3. And then it walks down like this. So that if you do it fast, it's like this. It's a downstroke, down, up, down, up, down, up, and it goes down, up, down, up. Okay, so once again, this lick goes like this. You're in A minor. Good exercise. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so So I'm not going to try to, get all lost in numbers, but that's the first one. The second lick that I use a lot from Santana are these double stops like this. Now you'll hear that all in Santana's music, and he works with these incredibly a lot. Now I'm not sure, it's a toss-up, whether or not Carlos was the first I heard use these or whether Neil Young was. But Neil Young, used them a lot. And what it is you're pressing down, in this case, the A note on your high E, go up to your B string, get that G, and you bend that G up till it matches the A. You may have to use this finger here for strength. And then you slide them around. When you get down the lower strings, it's like that. And Santana works within that a lot. Okay, the third Santana lick that I want to share is a jazz lick. And this one, Santana's a tribute player, so he often is honoring some musician in a song. And he does with Wes Montgomery, great jazz player who would have done this with his thumb. And what you're doing is an octave. In this case, the E and then the high E. And I'm not playing the B string at all. And you slide them. And we would have heard that in B.B. King as well. But Santana would use this. We're in D minor. Very, 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 very much Santana. And he would go up here. Santana, I think, uses a pick, maybe uses a finger some. Here's your octave on the A note. Okay, it's A, and you're going up here. You're not hitting your B, you're muting B string. Go up to G note. Okay, in Black Magic Woman. Then he walks it down. Then he's in G minor. And in doing so, he lays out his scale for his solo. Stuff like that when he's coming down from his scale. Walk it down. then he does this thing here. Okay, so those are three things I want to show you today. Number one was the A minor solo part. And then these double stops. And then the third one is the Black Magic Woman octaves. All right, there's some nuggets for you. God bless Carlos Santana.